Okay, apologize for the delay. I am currently trying a couple different little setups here. I'm actually thinking that I have a two camera angle. New for me at least. I'm still here. Oh, I guess I should turn to you. I'm still here in Vietnam, so I'm still trying to figure out my setup just slightly, but I'm excited that I actually got my second camera working. So let's see, get some people to hopefully file in here. I was about 3 or 4 minutes late, so I apologize for that. Um, Let me know how the audio is if you are in the chat here. Can you hear me? Is my audio good? I feel like I'm crooked here. So what I figured I would do today is I would basically go over some of the different Amazon I guess Prime Day findings that I found, some of the sales that I found. If you're coming to this a little bit later, I will go back and try to tag or at least chapter out the different sections if there's anything that can make sense to be chaptered out. And I figured what I would do is I would go over a few of the different things that I found and maybe some of the people in the chat. Hopefully there will be people in the chat. I know it's a kind of an odd time to do a live stream, but hopefully some of the people in the chat will be able to show some of the deals that either they're getting for themselves or they just thought was a good deal, whether they're getting it or not. So that's kind of the general plan. I'm also working on um, check how the audio is. Hopefully the audio is good. I'm trying to run a few different angles here. Now I got my my Sony a7S III set up now, so I'm pretty excited by that. I don't know if it's going to work good. I don't know if I'm going to cut to it very often today, but I did get that working. If you're here in the chat, feel free to chat. If you can, hit the like button and get this going out to more people. Let me know if there's any type of lag going on or if my voice isn't matching what I'm talking here. I'm working on Vietnam internet during a storm during the rainy season, so we will see how this goes. Okay, let me get down here. Let's jump right into it. Um, I look at Amazon Prime Day as a way that you guys can save a whole bunch of money, hopefully, if you're getting some gear, or and rather you can maybe help a YouTuber make some extra money by going to my affiliate link down in the description. And on top of that, Jeff Bezos needed a little bit more money, so I figured he may be making his escape pod to leave us all behind, and so this would be a good way to help him out. Hopefully, you guys in the chat, hopefully you'll start talking. That's always appreciated. So let me go right here to Amazon. I got a lot of different links pulled up. Here was a deal that really looked good to me. It was pretty interesting here. So this is the Rokinon AF 35 millimeter autofocus wide angle for a Sony E-mount. Right here, it says that it's down almost half, 47%. Now, I find this slightly disingenuous. A lot of times, Amazon or whatever the case is, they'll have the list price, which was the original price. This thing, to my knowledge, has kind of already been dropped down in price, but this is still a $50 savings off of what B&H has it currently. Now I'll be going back and forth and comparing the different websites like B&H because they're doing a lot of different deals at B&H as well. So if you prefer to go that way, you can. Obviously, my Amazon affiliate links are set up for Amazon, but this is about saving you money primarily. It's not about just making me money. So it's about hanging out with everybody, finding some good deals. And if you find a better deal at B&H, drop that in the chat as well because we want to get people the best deals out there. So let's check the chat and see if I have anybody in the chat because that would be where it's at. Wow, I'm surprised I ever said that. I'll apologize. Let's go to the chat here. Good morning, my dude. What's up, Vincent? Nice to see you in here. Appreciate you being here. Is there any particular deals that you've seen yourself that you would like to share with the rest of us? Get some more people out checking this thing out. If you are here and you haven't hit the like button, let's get this to more people. I assume that the more people that we get into the chat here, the more people that will have the opportunity to either get a good deal or possibly know of a good deal for other people. So I figure like a group of us will be better than just a few of us. So that's kind of my general thought process there. Just started looking. Okay, so Vincent, if I can help you, maybe kind of like spread our spread our workload. What are you kind of in the market for? So I'll look for you here, or look with you rather. Another deal while you're maybe sending that in. Another deal that I saw here was you go to Sony. Sony usually doesn't have great deals on any kind of cells, especially right now with the chip shortages. But I did see some cool stuff here with this cage with the top handle. If I'm not mistaken, a lot of people have been reviewing these little top handles because they have like a really cool mechanism that lets you flip things back and forth. So I thought that was a pretty interesting thing from Sony right here, a small rig cage. A lot of these cages right here are fairly. I'm sorry, it's super hot in Vietnam, so if you see me sweat, that's what it is. A lot of these cages are good deals, and if you rig out your camera, if you have a monitor or extra microphone, you want to do that, or just to give yourself a little bit extra weight, if you want to stabilize your footage, that helps a lot if you're still doing handheld. Now let's go over here to the second page. Page of Sony here. See what we got. So this is kind of a scatter shot. Like I said, here's a small rig. Here is that the kit, the NATO rail and the NATO top handle. I think that is the one that has that switch, but maybe some of you guys can let me know more in the past or as well. Now this is the PGY Tech. I really like them as a company. They do Peak. I think it's Peak Design, right? I want to make sure. Yeah, they do Peak Design. I thought this was good for a camera bag. They always have great stuff. This has a 39-day Prime Day savings. So this is $59.99. I think this is kind of their standard pack. I may be wrong, so don't necessarily take my word for it here. But I thought that looked like a pretty good deal myself. I'm currently in Vietnam, so I won't be buying anything. So this is all for you guys. Let me go back here to the chat and see what we're having here. All right. So if you're in the chat, let me know what you're looking for and if I can help you find it. So I'll also go through, like I said, I'm going to try to timestamp this. So if people aren't chatting as much, this will be for the replay. I'll go, kind of look through Sony's library that they're showing here on Amazon, as well as go over to what we're seeing for Canon and Nikon, and then some of the lenses. I will say, as far as lenses goes, and I'm not a big knowledgeable person on Rokinon, but if you are somebody who's studied Rokinon and you actually know much about their lenses, they have a pretty great deals around the board. I think this is an amazing deal. Like it's about $475 on B&H if you'd rather get in on there, but this saves about $50 more from there. If we go back here though, Rokinon kind of has like a whole big section, and the prices. Some of this is disingenuous, guys. I want to let you know because this list price. These things a lot of times have already came down. They might be older lenses and it's kind of just a marketing ploy, but you can get some pretty great deals here on Amazon Prime Day. But as far as lenses goes, it looks like Rokinon has cut a pretty good deal here with their Prime Day savings. All right, let me go over to Canon really quick, see if we see any good deals on the Canon one. Let's refresh this. One of the reasons that I want to do this live is because a lot of things go up more quickly live, and that was one of the reasons that I thought maybe doing this live would be a good idea, because it's constantly changing besides just making a long video going over everything. So right here we have the EOS M6 Mark II. So the vlogger camera setup. It looks like it comes with the 15 to 45 on the APS-C lens. That I would assume that that's about a 24 to 70, close to that. So that's a pretty good setup there. If you're in the market for a cheaper little B cam, or maybe you're kind of getting into cameras and that's a newer camera for you, or rather an entry level camera. I will say though, if I was going to go with Canon right now, I would go with the RF mount system. You can get an R10 for not much more than that, and R10 would be infinitely better camera in my opinion. So anyways, a little tidbit there. Let's see what else Canon's got going on. Some of this will be redundant because, if you're typing in Canon cameras, they're going to be coming up with different accessories already. I think this is a pretty cool little kit here. It gives you your lens cleaning, or rather your lens cleaning and your sensor cleaning kit. It looks like they have quite a bit in there. A lot of this stuff will come into the kits as well, so you don't necessarily have to spend your money on it. But if you're looking for a good kit, I mean, saving an extra $5 off of that isn't a bad deal. $4.50, $4? I don't know. All right, let's see what else we got. There was a few different things on storage I want to go to, but let me just jump over to the next. If you're in the chat, drop a hello or whatever the case is, and maybe let us know some of the deals that you are finding. If you're finding deals, what you're looking for, and maybe we can kind of divide and conquer and find you a deal. I do have affiliate links in the description. If you use them, great. If you don't, that's all good too. Find the best deal for you, because B&H and Adorama are also having deals. So it's not just Amazon here. Let me go back to the chat and see what's going on. Sorry guys, I'm still trying to figure some of this out. All right. Dude, what's up, Long Rider? Give me $5. Man, I'm already making more today than I've made all week being in Vietnam. Okay, so Vincent says, pretty much have all the gear I need. Currently run 2 C100 Mark IIs. I'm looking to upgrade to a 4K workflow. Been looking into 2 Zcam E2 S6s, but doubt we will find a prime deal on that. Maybe not, but we might can find something on B&H. So they're running deals too. Longer says, hey kiddo, I'm here listening, but I'm driving, so can't chat. So appreciate you, Long Rider. Give me a super chat. Appreciate you listening. We're primarily looking at Prime Day deals, so you may or may not be interested in that, listening to that. But if anybody has general camera questions, I'm here to answer that as well. There's not much as far as the news goes. Oh my gosh, did my internet just go out? Hello? Can you hear me? Did my internet just go? Okay. If my internet just went out, forgive me. There's a storm going on outside, and internet is going in and out. So I appreciate your patience with me. Okay, Vincent said, looks like Small Rig has some good Prime Day deals. Yeah, that's what I was just looking at over here. I really like Small Rig overall, and I think they make some good stuff. It's stuttering a little, but trying to hang in there. I appreciate it. Vietnam overall, I have a pretty decent internet over here, or at least my family does over here. But when it's rainy season and it's kind of pouring down right now, it's just kind of hit or miss. Let me know, how do you like this secondary angle here? This is the first time I've ever had the Sony a7S III actually as a webcam. Finally got it working. I always just use the Apple one. But I kind of like having a secondary camera, a little dark. But anyways, I thought it was a pretty different shot and hopefully appreciated. Okay, so if you're here in the chat or if you're watching, hit that like button, get this out to more people. Some of the ideas behind this thing is for the group of us, not only for me to give you some of the deals that I've seen, but for the group of us to see the deals and maybe let the entire group know so that they can jump on those deals as well. So that is always the general idea. We will be going primarily to Amazon, but we will also be going over to B&H and Adorama because they have some good deals as well. So find the best deal for you. Don't just use my affiliate links for fun. I mean, I appreciate it, but find the best deal for you. And if that's at Amazon, then that's at or Amazon. If it's B&H, whatever. Let's jump over to Nikon. Am I screen sharing? Hopefully I am. Yeah, I am. Cool. Let's jump over here to Nikon. I didn't see many deals with Nikon, interestingly. I don't know why, because I feel like Nikon is usually pretty good at putting some deals out, but we'll see what happens. I'm refreshing these because a lot of times when you look at on Amazon Prime Day, and that was kind of the point of this as well, is they kind of update these things live. And so I was going to make a video last night of some of the stuff that I saw, but I thought this might be a better idea, hopefully. And then it stormed. Okay, so looking here at Nikon. Is anything jumping out at you guys for Nikon cameras? Nothing right now is really jumping out. I still see a lot of different, the same stuff. Samyang, they got some deals running. A fluid ball head. I also saw some Manfrotto stuff that looked pretty legit here. Let me go over to lighting. A lot of times lighting on Amazon, it's kind of hit or miss. So a lot of times if you know about a particular product, that's when I would recommend it. I'm not necessarily recommending any product in particular. I'm just showing you guys, unless I know of the product, I don't want to just like put my name on it. As far as newer goes, their lighting rigs, you know, I find them adequate. They're very budget, but just to add some extra light, especially if it's fill light, it's not going to be the most color accurate. It's not going to be the best of anything. But if you want a background light, or if it's your first light up setup, then Newer's a good company. Don't let people just poo-poo on it because they're saying, oh, it's not the most color accurate. Well, it doesn't 100%. I mean, it matters, but it matters to a degree. So save yourself some money. This looks cool. I don't even know what GVM is, but maybe if you're in the chat, you know if they're a good deal or not. But it looks like this is pretty legit as far as the strength of these. And I like being able to have some RGB lighting. That could be a really good background lights, and maybe even some fill lights in the colors or in the background here. But lighting is usually good, and I see a lot of, like I said, newer. I don't see as much on like Godox. I like Godox, and I like what's Aperture. I mean, of course, those are like the two best in my mind. Aperture #1. But that being said, these are some off-brand ones, but you can get some great deals. I mean, this is pretty great. All right, let me go over to the chat and see what the chat is saying or not saying. Oh, Godox does. Looks good to me. Cool. Appreciate it. It's studying Godox. Okay. Seems good now. Looks good to me. Godox seems to have some sweet deals. I'm a big fan of Godox. I'm not using them here right now because I am on the go. I am going to be setting up a studio eventually here in Vietnam, but I'm going to be traveling quite a bit. So right now, I don't want to mess anything up, but just little aperture lights here. It's kind of what I'm using for some fill light right now. But I'm glad to see that Godox have some good deals. I think they're very good and color accurate. Jared Undone. Um, is it Jared Undone or Gerald? I always mix up. Jared Undone. Um, he did a big thing with the VL lights, I believe it was, testing the different color accuracies with them as far as skin tones and all that goes. And he found that Godox was right on par with Aperture, at least in his testings, and a little bit brighter. Doesn't mean they're better or anything else, but it just means even if they're 95% as good and only 60% as much, I mean, I need that kind of deals in my life. I'm not making enough money to not be trying that. We can't all be long rider in here. Just mess with you. All right. Let's go back to the screen share here. So, Gerald. Yeah, and Jared. Jared Undone. Gerald. Oh, gosh, I messed it up. Because it's Jared Poland, Gerald Undone. Yeah, okay. I mix those up all the time. It's bad. I love their stuff, both of them. But I'm terrible at it. Gerald Undone, yes. Uh, one time I mixed it up on the video, and so I took a picture and had Gerald with froze, with the big fro, because I mixed up the names. So, anyways, funny little tidbit that I thought, at least. Let me go over here because you said that Godox had some good stuff. Let's see what Godox is doing. Godox. Godox VL. This is a light that I like. I have the strongest one of this, but it's actually I could have probably dealt. Like, I barely ever turn it up past, like, I don't know, 60%. So I could have definitely went with one of the lower, not the lower, but the less powerful ones. Looks like 319. I mean, I think it's a great deal. I mean, I think it's a great light as far as that goes. Tube lights. A lot of times I do Godox here. This would be interesting for a tube light. I'm not big on tube lights. I don't know that much about them, so I don't want to pretend. But I do have just some of the I can't even think of what their name is. They're the little bitty tube lights. Again, Gerald Undone reviewed them. Gerald Undone has made me spend way too much money in my life. I don't know if you guys can agree with that. But he shows me stuff, and I say, I need it. And then I don't need it most of the time. Anyways, welcome to watching YouTubers too much. All right, so let's go over here to said Peak Design. We've already been looking at that. Let's see if they have on these clips, or actually, I just bought one of these clips. No, I don't see any deals on that. I don't see any deals on their Peak Design travel thing. Now let me see about the aluminum one. I have the aluminum one because I'm not super cool to pay double for carbon fiber over here. So let's see if they have the aluminum on a deal at all. No, it looks like the aluminum is still too much. And it was actually cheaper in the past, unless I guess it's just the metal and stuff has went up. If you're here and you're watching, I appreciate it. If you haven't hit the like button, hit that like button. We get this out to more people, and we can get that chat flowing a little bit more so that we can get more and more deals. Now let's jump over here to B&H really quick. Like I said, I don't really have any affiliates going on with them right now. But they still have some good deals going on because they're trying to compete with Amazon Prime Day. So I like B&H as a company overall. If you're in the United States, I think Canada, they'll actually ship to as well. But I really like their stuff. Oh, I was seeing some deals over here. And some of this, like I said, is marketing with storage. I don't know if anybody is needing some storage here. But I did see some deals with storage. They were having some. I actually just recently bought, or probably shouldn't. I just recently bought this SanDisk or external, let's see, external SSD. Um, I bought this SanDisk Extreme, but actually the second generation of it. So if I can find it on here, V2. It's really fast. It's beautiful. It's been working really good for me right now. So they say that this is 47% off. I don't think that that's accurate, but I think it is. It is a good deal here. They also have the 2 GB version here, and it is also a little cheaper. I think I just bought this right about $299, and they have it for $254. It's not 50% off, granted, but it's still a good deal. Um, so let's see over here though on B&H. If you're into storage, if you need some storage, let me know. Let me go back to the chat. Some people may be giving us some information. iFootage looks like they have some Prime Day goodies. iFootage. All right, let's check it out. They do look like they're doing some good stuff with Prime Day here, especially if this. I've never seen this before, but it kind of looks legit. I kind of like the looks of it. Um, I like the color scheme that they have. I've never used iFootage before. I'm not saying that's an indication of how good or bad they are. I just never used them. Prime Day though, they look like they have some good stuff going on. So it looks like iFootage, if you're not aware, they do a lot of different tripods and monopods and different cool, unique little. That's pretty cool right there. They even do ball heads, and looks like they have some sliders. So they have some deals going on Amazon Prime Day. If you're seeing that, that is what's going on. All right, let's go back to the chat. So I'm thinking that people wanted to get in here for my regular type of live stream, and are kind of dropping out. To be honest, it's all good. I'm here to talk to Vincent Duke. That's what I want to do. Gerald Undone did some reviews on iFootage. So iFootage, like, what did he review? Was it some of their tripods or monopods, or was it their lighting? I don't know what they have exactly. Um, a lot of times, if you're unfamiliar, maybe Vincent, you've been to these before. Usually, I'm doing basically camera news and reviews on my channel, mostly news at this point, and sometimes on Saturdays, or rather Saturdays, Sundays for me because I'm 12 hours ahead. Saturday nights, I get on here and we talk about the latest news and just talk in general. So this is more about getting some Prime Day deals for people. So this is a little bit different of a live stream for me. But if you're enjoying it, hit that like button. And if you use my links, that's great for me too. Appreciate it. It looks like, so Vincent's been here in the chat. He's been helping out. I'm going to scroll up here so you can see kind of some of the stuff that he's pointed out. He said Small Rig has some good deals. I was looking at that. He said Godox is having some good deals as well. GVM's all right as far as their lights goes. The RGB panels for them work, but feel cheap. Okay, that's good to know. But probably some good for some backlight, or if maybe you're new to this stuff and you want to save some money. So these are, we're kind of working as community here to find the best deals for everybody and get what we need. iFootage is also having some good deals apparently, that I looked up. So, and that Vincent found. So let's go over here. Let's go back. Rebates and promotions. B&H was doing some good stuff here. I don't know where they're at, but they were trying to keep up with Prime Day. And I don't know what they're going to call themselves, B&H Day, but they had some deals going on too. Reason I wanted to do this live, and I've maybe repeating myself slightly, the reason I wanted to do this live is because sometimes they're having new deals that are popping up as we speak. So I wanted to find the best deals. If you can hear kids in the background, that's because there are kids in the background. Vincent said there was a ton of reviews on the iFootage monopods by like the Camera Shop, Gerald Undone, and a ton of other YouTubers said it was the best monopod, which I bought and agree and got their tripod. Okay, well, good to know. That's super cool. Appreciate the information. So if you're just now tuning in or you're watching this on the second, if you're watching this on after the fact, we were here at iFootage. They have some decent deals going on. And according to Vincent, there were some really good reviews, and he's actually used one himself. They're monopods and tripods. He finds them really helpful. This looks super cool. So this is a little setup. Am I looking at this wrong? Is this 3 different monopods? Or no, it's a monopod and this little mini tripod, and they look like they go on top of each other. That's cool. It looks like you can save $30 off of that, which is about a 23% savings. I don't know. Sounds about right. Prime Day here. This little contraption here looks pretty nice. It kind of looks like I have this. I can't even think of the name of it, but it's this one that it's called the centipede like pod or something like that. It basically hooks onto stuff. Again, got sold by Peter McKinnon and Peter Lindgren on that stuff. But it kind of looks like this. I wonder if this kind of has some of the same features. If we're looking at any other deals, let me know if there's something that in particular you want to look up at. Let's just look at generally camera lenses and see what we got going on. Let's look at Sigma. Let's see what Sigma's got going on. Sigma, apparently, did I misspell it? No. Sigma Samyang. So it looks like Sigma is not participating much. Maybe it's because they can't meet with demand as it is. Are y'all familiar with Rokinon and Samyang? I've heard about them. I've never really tried much about them, so I don't know if they're very good. There was a Samyang 85 1.4, I think, for the Canon RF mount, and I hear it was decent. I don't know how it works with like the R5 and R6, but this was back with the Canon EOS R. They said that the autofocus wasn't all the way there, but it was close. And for a third-party lens on a Canon RF, that's about as good as we can hope for, because they had that closed mount. Let's go back to the chat here. If you're in the chat, if you're here and you appreciate looking at some deals, then hit that like button. And if you want to jump into the chat and let other people know your deals that you're finding, let us know. Also, if you want me to look at something in particular, if you want to say, hey, what's Sony got going on, or what is Canon or Nikon or whatever the deal is, what do they have going on? I'm more than happy to jump in here and look it up for you guys. You may be watching on your phone, you may be watching somewhere else that you can't really get to it. And I have every tab basically opened up, and I am here to save you money. And if you use my affiliate links, you might make me some money. I appreciate it. So it doesn't look like Sigma is doing much for it. Samyang and Rokinon, great deals on them. They look like they're really putting up for putting out putting up for Prime Day. Let's see. I'm thinking that since I have it on Prime Day and I'm typing in lenses, then that's pretty much what it is. So doesn't look like Tamron's doing much. I did see off of some Sony lenses here. Let me go back to Sony cameras. They had they had like their little bitty 2.8s primes that I wasn't much of a fan of, but they had them like 8% off. That saves your taxes, I guess, depending on where you live. Nothing particularly special in my mind. Let's see. Oh, there was Sony A7R Mark IV. They had a deal on here for some reason. I'm not seeing it. Small Rig is also doing some good stuff. We were just talking about that earlier. I'm not seeing it on the Prime Day sale. Maybe I should just go look at it in general. But I heard about a deal. Let's just go look at not just Prime Day. So let's go look at here and see what they have going on. The A7R4. This doesn't look like the A version, so I don't think you have the better screen. No, it's renewed. It's $2,700. Not bad. A7S III with a 24 G Master lens bundle. $4,800. So A7S III, you're usually looking at $3,400. I think that 24G is quite a bit more than that. Not sure, more than $1,300. Right here we have the A7R4. I don't know if this is the A version. It's not showing me that, but it looks like it's down $500. Limited time deal. So that's pretty legit there. These are renewed. They're a little bit cheaper. I had the A7R4. If I was you guys, I would definitely make sure I got the one with the A so you could get the better screen. But overall, it was an amazing camera, just a little bit more towards photography than what I needed personally. New version. So these are the new versions that they have here with the A7R4. So they have the new lens. So $500 deal if you've been in the looks for a high-end camera or a high-end photography camera. This might be the one for you. Great high megapixel camera. I love the looks of it. I actually think some of the 4K on it was super sharp, and I know it's supposed to be pixel binning and all that stuff, but from some of the footage that I've seen in the past, I thought it was pretty sharp. I don't know if it's as sharp as this A7S III, but you know, it's up there. If you were actually cropping in and using the APS-C mode, then I think it was downsampling from 6K or something of that nature. 5K, 6K, something like that. In crop mode. All right, let's go back to the chat. Vincent is here. He is being a contributor. I appreciate it, Vincent. Rokinon Cinema Primes are well known as the indie filmmaker starter primes. They get the job done, but are rehoused photo lenses. They are, in my opinion, get the job done lenses, but nothing special. Okay. Rokinon and Samyang, from my understanding, are the same company essentially. Now the Rokinon Xene line is known as their premium cinema primes, which are very popular for sub 20 grand. I know things get expensive, but that sounds excessive. I I'm still in the somewhat consumer versions of this stuff, so for me, it is a little bit hard to fathom paying that much. Are you guys seeing the chat? Because I don't know why. Um, Usually, I had the chat pulled up here. Sorry, things have kind of got out of whack here. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to do some stuff on the fly. Are you seeing this chat? Are you seeing the chat as well, or is it just me? Because I was hoping everybody would see the chat. That's what it used to be. I don't know what happened to my setup here, but the chat. Okay. I don't know if they updated my my system here, but for some reason I am not seeing the chat. I'm seeing the chat, but I'm not sure if anybody else is seeing it. So screen share. Hopefully you're seeing the chat now. No? Are y'all seeing the chat on the screen? I want you to be seeing this chat on the screen. If you're not, that was kind of part of the point here. But that's all good. I don't see the chat on your screen. Huh. Interesting. Okay, there it is, right? You see it now? I think so. This is what it was supposed to look like the whole time. I hope it has been looking like this. There we go. So if you're here and you're new to the chat, what I was saying before is we're going through looking at different deals. Vincent's been extremely helpful already, showing his knowledge and letting us know some of the deals that he has found. This is kind of a communal type of situation where I am trying to find the best deals for you guys with you guys, and everybody just kind of throw out some deals that you're finding, or if there's something in particular you want me to look up, if you're wanting to say, hey, check out some particular brand, we'll do that as well. Let me go over to some, since we haven't looked at that yet, let's go over to some of the monitors. I know a lot of people are looking for monitors that are. I've found a great monitor on. I was just talking about A7R4, new versions, $500 off Prime. Let me look at Prime Day deals here and go to editing monitors. I saw some. It was Black Friday. I got like a crazy, amazing deal on a monitor. So I want to see if they have something similar. Wow. Okay, this may be where you're at here. If you want to monitor, this may be the day for you. It looks like they have some pretty crazy Prime Day stuff going on. A lot of this so far looks like it's fairly okay. Now here we go. The LG 34 Win ultra wide monitor, 34 inch. It's not. It's a 1440p. It's not 4K. Might be a downside. Pretty color accurate though. That's pretty good. 99% on RGB, but it's not necessarily the best here. I think I had this monitor in the past. It was a good monitor. It was much more expensive when I bought it. 27 inches. It is a 4K, and it is a fairly color accurate. If I can remember, it's some good stuff here. Now these are editing monitors, so don't expect to get the best of the best as far as Hertz. You're getting 60 Hertz refresh rate. You're not going to get a super smooth experience if you're doing some gaming also. So that's something to keep in mind. LG ultra wide, 75 Hertz, not that bad. It's 1080p. A lot of these are, even though I put in editing monitor, these are a lot of gaming monitors are showing up. So forgive, I'm just kind of going through here. Da, 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 da. Not seeing anything super great that's sticking out for editing monitors. Let me look over here. This was on OLED, LG OLED. So this is something that I'm thinking about moving over to. Um, and there's some pros and cons. Um, but I do think that there is a case to be made that maybe switching over to an OLED TV as your monitor for editing may be a crazy deals. You're looking at TV, that is nuts. 120 hertz. If this is UHD HDMI 2.1, I mean, I would jump on that. That's crazy. 86 inch. Sorry, I'm distracted here. Um, wow, man, this is nuts of a TV here. Sorry, I know this isn't camera related, but this is temptations are very strong with me today. Let me go back over here though. This is what I was talking about in general. I'm not seeing the deal. But the OLED, let's just look at all departments. LG OLED 42 inch, 42. Where is it at? I'm trying to find it. They have a particular monitor, or rather a TV that can be used as a monitor. I think it's this one right here. I think there's a C2 class. Wow, that's super cheap right here. But there's a C2 class that's more expensive, and it definitely could be used for editing. So if you're in for editing and you want to use a TV, I would definitely look at LG OLEDs. There's some pretty interesting videos that they have on it for people that are actually using those things. Sorry, I went on a side tangent. If you're here in the chat and you want to, contribute, please do. Ugh. Man, I'm messing things up. Okay. So, Vincent, it doesn't look like we're going to have too many people here today, but that's okay. I knew it was an odd time. So for a lot of people, this is 9:30 in the morning on a Tuesday. So this is Tuesday. So this is not necessarily prime time for a lot of people, but it is prime day, and I hope to get this out there for people to find some deals. But Vincent, unless there's something in particular that you are wanting, or if the person here, if you want to look at a particular deal, you can look at the chat. Vincent's been throwing some stuff out there. I've been talking about it. Maybe we can catch some stuff on the replay. I think I'm going to call it a day though, because I'm not seeing too many people ask about things now. Well, there's more people flooding in now, so I will stay as long as I am wanted. How about that? I'm a very I'm very cheap as far as my level of a want here. So people want me here. People want to watching. If they're setting up, they want to participate in the chat. Throw that like button out there so we can get this out to more people. I've said this multiple times, Vincent, and it's going to sound like a broken record, but the idea behind this is for me to point out some of the deals that I'm seeing, but also for the chat to kind of throw in some of their deals. So we're kind of helping everybody get what they might want, what they might be looking for. This is a great day for getting on here and finding maybe some gear that you've been eyeing in the past, and this might be the day to find it. So let me go back here, to what we were looking at. I was just talking about LG. You can, there's some I think it's a 43 inch that you could use for a monitor. Eye footage is something that Vincent was pointing out. Has some great tripods and monopods. They look really legit. Uh, Apparently, there's some great reviews. He's used it himself. There's some good stuff there, and he pointed that deal out, which is good stuff. Peak Design. They are not doing anything with their tripods. But they did have some stuff with their bags and stuff like that. That looks good. I mean, I don't know. I know their bags are kind of like their big thing, that and their tripods. So if you're in the mood, or rather in the market for a bag, then that looks like it could work out for you. Small Rig was also looking at some great stuff. We were looking at it earlier. We were finding out with the Sony cameras. Small Rig. Small Rig has a lot of good stuff going on here. So if you like Small Rig to rig up your camera, they look like they have some great deals. These handles are always super high quality, great stuff out of them. I really like the ergonomics. I like the feel of Small Rig. I really appreciate their cages. They're there. Sorry, it is a little late here in Vietnam. Not late, but late enough for me to be yawning, I guess is the point. Oh, Don is on here. Let's see. Sorry, Don, I didn't get to you. Don said, "Is today Prime Day? I have to run. I have meetings till 5 p.m., but I'll watch the live later. Take care, Matt." I appreciate you, Don. I don't know if this is going to be the normal live stream. I will be planning on doing the more camera news and going back and forth live stream later. So if you can catch that, Don, that would be great. But I don't necessarily expect everybody to be. This is for a very particular event, so I don't expect it to be the normal type of live stream here. But hey, I'm not sure who is still viewing here, but I am going to call it a day. If you've been watching this, I appreciate it. We have found some pretty good deals with Peak Design, with Small Rig. iFootage had some good deals if you wanted to be a part of that. If you want to look at that, the A7R4 is about $500 off. A lot of times you can see that deal, but it is going on right now. That is good to know if you're in the mood for that, or if you're in the market for that type of camera. So I'm going to call it a night because a lot of people are going to start going to sleep here in Vietnam. But I appreciated everybody that showed up. I appreciate you, Vincent, for being my wingman here and showing a lot of people some good deals. So I hope you find what you're looking for. I hope that I added some value to some people who are watching. And I appreciate everybody doing this with me. So until next time, peace.